the second prototype of the J-36 has completed its test flights, featuring comprehensive upgrades to its air intakes, tail nozzles, and landing gear. This rapid iteration of technology and performance considerations has swiftly drawn global attention. When the US F-22 Raptor fighter jet struggled to intercept a weather balloon, waiting for it to descend to 18,000 meters before firing 3 missiles to finally hit the target, who could have imagined this would become an embarrassing footnote for a once dominant fighter? Today, China's sixth-generation fighter, the J-36, is advancing its test flights at an astonishing pace. Its maximum flight altitude can easily exceed 20,000 meters, meaning the F-22, with its ceiling capped at 19,000 meters, may not even catch a glimpse of it in future aerial combat. The J-36's evolutionary speed is remarkable. From its maiden flight in late 2024 to the completion of test flights for the second prototype, 3 critical components were optimized within mere months. The intake system transitioned from a combination of Garrett intakes on both sides of the fuselage and a dorsal DSI intake to an all-DSI configuration. The nozzle evolved from a continuous curved thrust vectoring design to a dual rectangular cross-section layout similar to the F-22's. The landing gear configuration shifted from tandem dual wheel to side-by-side dual wheel. This improve while testing approach not only rapidly translates flight test data into design enhancements, but also significantly shortens the development cycle from prototype to production aircraft. The J-36 boasts comprehensive advantages in stealth capability. Eliminating the vertical tail enables full 360-degree stealth coverage. The widespread adoption of the DSI intake demonstrates its technological maturity, from the JF-17 Thunder and J-20 to the J-35, and now the J-36. This intake has become a signature design feature of China's advanced fighters. For high-altitude, high-speed performance, its triple-engine configuration delivers power far exceeding that of fifth-generation fighters. Analysis suggests the J-36 employs a hybrid powertrain combining 3 WS-10C turbofans with rocket engines, enabling sustained 2.5 Mach cruising while bursting to 5 Mach for penetration, creating a three-dimensional advantage of high-altitude speed plus full-spectrum stealth. Beyond visual range, strike capability stands as another key strength of the J-36. Its significantly larger size compared to the J-20 allows its internal weapons bay to easily accommodate PL-17 missiles exceeding 4.5 meters in length. These missiles boast a range of over 400 kilometers, far surpassing the PL-15's range of approximately 200 kilometers. This enables the J-36 to launch attacks from safer distances, truly achieving detect first, strike first. Recent developments are even more encouraging. On October 31, 2025, videos circulating on social media showed a J-36 prototype conducting formation flights with J-20S near Chengdu, the first publicly documented joint test flight between China's sixth-generation aircraft and its current fifth-generation fighter. This mixed formation flight indicates China is exploring intergenerational combat coordination models, marking the advancement of its sixth-generation fighter development into operational testing phases. In contrast, the US sixth-generation F-47 program faces significant delays. While China completed its sixth-generation fighter's maiden flight by late 2024, the US has yet to even build an F-47 prototype. According to US projections, this aircraft is slated for its maiden flight in 2028. However, given the prevalence of delays in U.S. defense projects, it would not be surprising if the F-47's first flight were postponed until after 2030. More concerning is Boeing's near-total lack of stealth fighter development experience. If the F-47 proceeds at its current pace, subsystem development, testing, and integration could easily take a decade or more. In contrast, the J-36 leverages the J-20's established experience, with engines and radars already undergoing parallel development, an efficiency that's incomparably higher. From an operational perspective, sixth-generation fighters will fundamentally transform aerial combat concepts by integrating artificial intelligence technology to enable coordinated operations between manned and unmanned aircraft. Pilots will assume the role of airborne commanders, directing multiple drones to execute reconnaissance, jamming, and strike missions. Selecting a formation comprising the mature J-20's two-seat variant and new prototype aircraft allows for simultaneous acquisition of flight data and validation of communication link and sensor fusion capabilities, significantly reducing flight test risks. The J-36 boasts an operational radius of 3,000 kilometers, 2 to 3 times that of existing fifth-generation fighters, demonstrating China's ambitions for long-range strike capabilities and strategic deployment in the Pacific. In contrast, The F-22's smaller airframe limits internal fuel capacity, resulting in a relatively short combat radius that earned it the nickname Airfield Defender. To address this, the U.S. military has developed stealthy external fuel tanks, though this comes at the cost of reduced stealth and maneuverability. While the J-36 advances rapidly, the U.S. must invest heavily to upgrade its aging F-22 fleet. Lockheed Martin recently announced discussions with the U.S. military to enhance early batch F-22 Raptors, aiming to extend their service life beyond 2040 through technological upgrades. However, these piecemeal upgrades struggle to compensate for the F-22's inherent flaws. Its airframe design is frozen in the 1990s, its avionics architecture is closed, and its upgrade potential pales in comparison to the J-20, developed using digital engineering principles. The F-22's stealth coating is exceptionally delicate, demanding strict environmental humidity and temperature control, and requires astonishingly high maintenance hours. This has resulted in persistently low operational readiness rates across the entire fleet. Consequently, the number of F-22s the U.S. military can simultaneously deploy in high-end conflicts will be severely limited. China has clearly learned from these lessons in the J-20's maintainability and reliability, adopting more advanced smart logistics systems and durable stealth materials to ensure sustained combat capability for a large fleet. The J-36 is expected to enter service around 2030, while the US F-47 will likely not be operational until 2035 or later. This time gap may seem small, but it translates into an overwhelming advantage in air power. With a 3,500-kilometer combat radius, the J-36 can cover a larger area, carry more weapons, and detect targets farther away with its radar. The superiority in combat is obvious. Compounding U.S. concerns, China is concurrently developing another sixth-generation fighter, the J-50, led by the Shenyang Aircraft Corporation. Both models could enter combat service as early as 2031, potentially outpacing their American counterparts. While America's sixth-generation fighters remain theoretical concepts, China's sixth-generation aircraft have already taken flight. From the J-20's groundbreaking debut to the J-36's rapid iteration, China's aviation industry has demonstrated the maturity of its independent R&D system through tangible progress. This combat-driven development pace not only ensures the J-36 will surpass fifth-generation fighters in stealth, maneuverability, and reliability, but also positions China to achieve operational capability first in the sixth-generation competition. Looking ahead, as the J-36 progresses from final design to mass production, the PLA's air combat capabilities will undergo a qualitative leap, while China's aviation industry will firmly establish its leading position in the global aerospace technology race. Throughout aviation history, the United States has not experienced being surpassed since the F-22. As images of the J-36 and J-20 flying side by side circulate on social media, while America's sixth-generation aircraft remains confined to concept art, it is clear, the rules of future aerial combat are being rewritten in the East.